Hello everybody, DrillR here, creator of Little Tater, the legend. This is just episode 1 in the video tutorial series I'm working on to show the basics of Fabric for newcomers who don't particularly like advanced wiki tutorials, who just want a video to watch and figure things out. And so this isn't really a serious, right to the point, show you exactly what to do, copy it down kind of tutorial, but more of just me showing what my workflow is like and how I would go about building a mod. This right here is the Fabric Wiki. We've got a few things covered, you know, creating an item, creating a block, installing Fabric. So for this tutorial, I'll just assume you've been through this page right here, setting up a mod development environment in your IDE of choice. I will be using IntelliJ. You know, if you're using Eclipse, Visual Studio Code, watch this, go through it, run gen sources, figure things out, get it uploaded, and then I'll meet you here. So I've already run gen sources, I've already imported the Gradle project. We're just looking at the example mod from the Fabric Wiki that you can import. It's Fabric, nope, that's not it. Example Fabric mod right here. Just copy this URL in, go to your IDE. If you're an IntelliJ user, you can go new project from version control git, and then just enter the URL here. I've decided the topic for this mod will be the void, so I've called it echoing void. It'll just add some void related items, new tools, new items, whatever. First thing I'm going to do is just delete the mixin folder because I don't think we're going to be using any. And with that, we're just going to delete the reference to it right here. If you're a new user, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about what it means. Just get rid of it. Worry about it later once you need it. We're also going to rename our package structure. Move my example mod over here. And then if you change your package structure or your main class name, like I'll do here, we also have to update it in our mod.json file, which is basically an overview of our mod and, you know, the title, the mod ID. So let's just fill these things out. Echoing void, mod ID is going to be echoing void, version will be 1.0.0. This looks good. Standard license, whatever. And first we're going to look at adding a new item. So I'm going to create an item class. I'm also going to create a common package. In most cases, common is just a package used for things that appear on both sides. You don't have to worry about what it means. You don't need it if you don't want it. That's just how I organize things. Items is basically a container for all of our instances of items. We can actually look at how Mojang does it here. It's just a 700, 800 lines of item instances. And then they're all registered to the item registry, and that's how you can access items from a standard game. So we're going to do the same. We're going to create a public static item register method, and that's going to take in a string, which is the name of our item, as well as an instance of our item that we're registering. And then we're just going to return registry that register, registry that item. So registry is an object that lets us register things to the game. Register is a static method. Registry.item is the type. You can see everything you can register here. So if you're ever in doubt, just check this list and see how it's used. We're going to create a new identifier, which is just a namespace to path correlation string type of thing. So in Minecraft's case, it might be Minecraft Diamond. You've probably seen that before. In our case, it'll be something like echoing void, void crystal. So echoing void, and then pass in our string, and then our item. Now I've got this, so we can create an item. We're going to make it public so we can access it outside of the class, static as well, of course. Final, so we can't change it. Item, we're going to call it void crystal equals new item. item takes in an item settings object, which is, we can actually look at it here. It just has information like the stack size, the durability, the item group, whether or not it's a food item, things like that. For this we can just do new item.settings. We can set the item group, it's a builder. Let's do item group misc. We can add an item category later. And all we have to do is go into our onInitialize method, which is when the game starts, at the very beginning, every mod has their onInitialize method called, and that's basically your entry point to Minecraft. So we're going to do items. We actually just want a items.init. If you're not familiar with Java or you don't know what's going on here, this right here is a static final instance of an object, of course, which is only initialized once we've accessed this class. Now, if we access this class after registry cycle is done, it won't work because that's too late. So we just have to, you know, make a empty method here that we can call from our main mod class, just so, you know, Java's aware that this exists and it sets it up. I can't get much more technical than that, if you couldn't tell. Now we should be able to just run our game now. Depending on where you're at, up here you should be able to see loading 22 mods. Maybe that's different depending on when you're watching it. Should be able to search our mod. Yep. You can see it in the mod list here. So we know it's working. Minecraft is loaded. I just have an empty creative super flat world that I use for testing. We're going to go into the MISP tab, scroll down. It's not there. What did I do wrong? Okay, that's silly. So, we didn't actually call our register method. There's two things you can do here. One, you could register inside your init method, or you could put a static block like this, call register here. What I prefer to do is just wrap my item instantiation inside the register call. So, void crystal. There we go. We can see our items worked because it says unable to load model, which basically means I don't have a texture or model for this item, so it's going to show up really weird. So, despite this being an error or a warning, it's actually a good sign, because we know it's working. And now if we scroll down in the MISC tab, our item's here. It has a missing texture, and it doesn't have a translation. That's your new item. We'll work on fixing the aesthetics in the next video. See you then.